A very good evening to one and all watching this lecture. So today we are going to learn about nervous system in much detail. So basically speaking about the nervous system, before that I will speak about in general control and coordination. So let's speak about control and coordination. So for control and coordination, like we need system. Okay, our body needs a system for controlling and coordination. Even if now I am speaking in front of you, so my brain is functioning. He is saying me speak this, speak these words and everything. Okay, now I am moving my hand. That is because of the control by the signals given by my brain, my spinal cord, my nerves functioning, and that's what I am speaking in front of you. This is nothing but the control and coordination which is done by our brain and the spinal cord. So when I speak about the control and the coordination, we have three parts. So let's discuss it one by one. We have a CNS. Secondly, we have a PNS. And third, we have ANS. So CNS means central nervous system, and we have in PNS we have peripheral nervous system, and lastly we have autonomous nervous system. So we have three branches. So let's speak about one by one. Speaking about the CNS, okay? So speaking about the CNS, that is central nervous system. So in central nervous system we have two components. Those are brain and second is a spinal cord, which helps us for the control and coordination, which are the which are the principle of our body. Then we have peripheral nervous system. In peripheral nervous system we have nerves. Okay, first of all, nerves, which are the word is peripheral nervous system, means they are present in the periphery of our body. And the central nervous system is present exactly at the center, like brain, and then we have a spinal cord at our dorsal side. So in the same way we have in the periphery of a body, nerves. We have two types of nerves, cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Further we have autonomous nervous system. So in autonomous nervous system we have two types, further branching into it, we have parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. So this was the brief about the systems, but today basically we are going to speak about nervous system. So let's take it. So we will speak about nervous system. So nervous system. Okay, before this, let's speak about the very basic thing. So we have nervous system. Before that, we have a body. Then we have organ system. So we can say that we have a topic named as control and coordination. So we are speaking about a body, and then we are speaking about the organ system as our nervous system. Then inside nervous system, inside nervous system, we have now I told that there is a body, then organ system, that is a nervous system. Then we have organs like brain, spinal cord, nerve. Nerve is not an organ, we can't say nerve as an organ. Though, speaking further as a branching, nervous tissue, because after organ we have nervous tissue. So this is a thing which we are going, and then finally we will get into a name, that is the structural and the functional unit of our body, that is nothing but cell. So here we will speak about a nervous cell. So before that, this nervous tissue is comprising of two things, that is neuron, which is also known as nerve cell, and second is neuroglial, or we say glial cells. Okay, so you can see a model right in front of you. So this is a model, like this is a model of this neuron that is known as a nerve cell. So this is a model of a neuron or nerve cell, means two names are there for this. So you can see this diagram or the model, we can say. So you can see circular, like a circular portion of this. This circular portion is cell body, or we can say cyton, and another word is soma. Okay, so we have first, I'm speaking about like cyton, or we can say cell body, or we can say soma. So we have three different words for this, like this we have for this soma, which we can say cyton, cell body, we have three words. So this is a cyton, soma, and inside that, inner to it, we have a red color something, a ball-like structure. So recently we have studied animal cell and the plant cell. So taking a connection from that particular topic, here we are speaking about a nerve cell. We have something in the center. Centrally placed is nothing but it's a nucleus. Yes, right, it's a nucleus. Besides nucleus, you can see a purplish color, purple color, that is a ER, endoplasmic reticulum. You can see a pink color, that is Golgi apparatus. You can see the vesicles also, Golgi apparatus. Okay. Then you can see something here, a granule-like structure. Okay, there is a very special thing about that granules. So let's speak about those granules. So here, those granules are known as Nissel's granules. So Nissel's granules means a modified version of ribosome. So we have studied in our cells, like in the previous lecture, that what is a plant cell and the animal cell. There we have spoken about the protein factory of the cell, that is ribosomes. So here these are the modified version of ribosomes, which is known as Nissel's granules in a nerve cell. By the way, what is the function of this? Why they have kept here? Because now it's a modified version of a ribosome. Means what actually they are doing here? They are basically like synthesizing a very important component, like chemical, that is neurotransmitter. So neurotransmitter are chemical signals. Okay, so neurotransmitter is what? It's a chemical signals which is required in your nerves to transmit signals from one neuron to second neuron, and like it's just like a parcel, the passing the parcel. So here the parcel is your neuron, not neuron, that is a neurotransmitter. So from one neuron to the second neuron to the third neuron, a substance which is a chemicals, which we say chemical signals, are transmitted like with the help of neurotransmitter. Okay, so this is the function of a Nissel's granules. Let's write here about Nissel's granules. So you have Nissel's granules, which are synthesizing neurotransmitters. Okay, I hope cyton and neurotransmitter, like Nissel's granule, which is synthesizing neurotransmitters, are clear. Then further we have, here you can see the branching, like branch-like structures. So this is the main branch, which is known as dendron. Okay, which is known as a dendron, and further you can see the further branches are known as dendrites. So let's write this about this. So they are dendron, and further they are branching into dendrites. Now what is the function of this? Like when the signal is like when we get a, like suppose this is a neuron and up also there is a neuron. So from the abound neuron this impulse will come, that the signal will come to these dendrites and this dendron, and it will bring the signal towards body. Okay, and then further the impulse will come, and here this is the axon and axon terminals where we have neurotransmitter and it will be parcel. Okay, means the signal will go forward. Okay, means dendrites will take the signal towards the cyton and axon will take the signal away from the cyton, and then it will pass it towards the next neuron. I hope this is clear. Then we have, like you have mitochondria. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, means it will produce ATP. Okay, then you can see that here this yellow part is getting end and something blue is starting. Okay, where this part is getting end and where this axon is starting, at that particular point we say it as axon hillock. It's an, I will write the words here, axon hillock is just a, okay, just a term for that position, that's it, nothing else. Then we have blue color, you can see this a column like structure, this is blue color, these are known as Schwann cells. Okay, what is the, like these are known as Schwann cells. Now let's speak something very interesting about these cells. Okay, can you see a golden color lining around these cells? Okay, so a golden color lining around these cells, it is known as myelin sheath. What it is known as? It is known as a myelin sheath. See, be very careful. It is known as a myelin sheath. I am putting a star to this. Like we will further discuss about the myelin sheath. Okay, so Schwann cells. Okay, these cells are secreting myelin sheath, which is a covering of the which is like, this is a Schwann cells and it is covering the, like covering means the covering is the myelin sheath, means the Schwann cell is secreting myelin sheath. So Schwann cell is secreting, means the function of a Schwann cell is secretion of the myelin sheath. I hope it is like it is a very clear. Schwann cell is secreting myelin sheath. Myelin sheath is nothing but a covering. Okay, then further, okay, this was the axon. Axon is having Schwann cells. Axon, then we have Schwann cells, then further it is getting a end. So these are the branches. We can see the axon terminal is having branches like end here. So these branches are known as, the axon branches are known as collaterals. What it is known as? Collaterals. I am writing the word here, collaterals. Okay, axon, what is this? These are known as axon branches. Okay, then at the terminal you can see there are neurotransmitter. Okay, the place where neurotransmitter are present, at the terminal, axon terminal, we have neurotransmitter, and another name of the axon terminal is known as telodendron. So you can see this is telodendron and we have neurotransmitter. So this is what? Telodendron, and we have neurotransmitter, and these are the branchings known as collaterals. So I will write the word like I will write it here if you want. Okay, with a blue color I will write telodendron. Okay, so we spoke about axon also. Axon topic is clear. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Like this figure, this like the model is very clear with all the terminologies. Let's speak about the term. Like I will speak the terms once again. So these are dendrites, dendron, then cells like cell body, cyton, soma, means 3 words, nucleus, ER, Golgi body, then Nissus granule, mitochondria. This okay, this light green color It is known as nucleoplasm. Okay, this light green color is, okay, we say it as a nucleoplasm. Then you have like further we have, okay, this is a cytoplasm, sorry. Okay, so this lightish green color is a cytoplasm, not a nucleoplasm, because nucleus, inside nucleus we will have a nucleoplasm. This is a lightish green color is what? Cytoplasm of the cell. Okay, sorry for that mistake, it's a cytoplasm. This is axon, like axon, we told that it's an axon hillock, at means the position means where cell body is ending and axon is beginning. So this is the whole axon, which is having axon like Schwann cell, then it is having a myelin sheath, then further it is having like at the terminal we have collaterals, means branching of axons, then telodendrons, okay, means the axon terminal, then neurotransmitter. I hope this is done. You can take the picture of the screenshot of that. Even we have a Nissls granules, modified version of the ribosomes, transmitting means means preparing, synthesizing what? Synthesizing a neurotransmitter. So I am erasing this. Okay, before erasing this, we let's speak about this neuroglial cells. So basically they are just supporting cells. What are they? They are just supporting cells. So neuroglial cells are maximum. Okay, so this is a greater than sign. Okay, neuroglial cells, they are maximum, and this, like as compared to neuroglial, this is less in number. So I have put a greater sign. These are in maximum. Okay, so this is like supporting cells, and this is the main cell, neuron, nerve cell. So I will erase this part. You can take a screenshot if you want. The terminals are mentioned over here clearly. Okay, I hope the screenshot has been taken. So I will erase it. Okay, so further, like speaking about this only, neuron, we have types of neurons. Types of neuron. Okay, so based on the function, we have types of neurons. Okay, there are 3 types of neurons. First is sensory neuron. Then we have second as motor neuron. Third we have as mixed, or we also say as associated neuron. Okay, so these are 3 words. Okay, this is based on function. I have taken this based on function, like what functions they will prepare. On based on this, I have taken this neurons. Okay, so sensory neuron is nothing but the neuron which takes signal. What he will do? It will take signal from sensory organs to CNS. CNS is nothing but a brain plus spinal cord. Brain plus spinal cord. Okay, so the sensory neuron is the it will, what it will do, he will carry impulse from sensory organs towards the CNS. CNS is what? Central nervous system, that is brain and the spinal cord. He will, what it will do, just he will carry impulse, means signals. Okay, then second we have motor neuron. Okay, motor neuron I will write here. Now motor neuron, what he will do, he will take signal from CNS and he will take pass it towards the effector organ. Effector organ. What he will do, he will take signal impulse, we can say. Okay, what he will do, this motor neuron, he will take signal from CNS, that is brain and spinal cord, and he will carry towards the effector organ. Now suppose if someone slapped me, that is the, means it's a external stimulus which I got, means I felt the stimulus from external, somebody slapping me, and then further that signal was passed from pass from a skin, that is sensory organ, towards the CNS, that is brain and the spinal cord. Who took the signal? This sensory neuron took the signal. And further, as a feedback mechanism, now what will be that feedback? I also don't know, maybe like it can be anything, any kind of feedback. Maybe the person will sit at the corner, or a person will give back slap to the person. It depends. Okay? I'm not speaking about the feedback, what it will be. Just speaking in general, that what will be the feedback? Feedback will be like, means the motor neuron will take the signal from spinal cord and our brain, that is CNS, towards the effector organ. Okay, effector organ can be anything, like it depends from the situation to the situation. Okay. Then we have the last one, that is the associated neuron. So sensory is done. I told sensory organs, means the sensory neuron will carry sensory organs towards the, means the impulse from sensory organs towards the CNS, that is brain and the spinal cord. He will carry the impulse. Then we have motor neuron. Motor neuron will carry the signal, means impulse, from CNS to the effector organ. Then we have associated, and means we can say associated or a mixed neuron. Now what is this associated and the mixed neuron? He is like working for both. He means this associated neuron is working for both sensory neuron and also for the motor neuron. So we say associated and mixed. It's having a mixed function of sensory and motor. Means it's helping both, the like means seeing the work of both sensory and the motor neuron. So I hope this three neurons, these types of neurons is clear. You can take a screenshot, sensory neuron, motor neuron and associated neuron, and I have explained it in much detail. Okay, then we have a types of neuron based on myelin sheath. What? Based on myelin sheath. So when I am speaking based on myelin sheath, means I will say whether it is present. Suppose here it is present and here it is not present. So basically here myelin sheath, you can see a golden color lining, that is the myelin sheath, means in this neuron it is present. So when it is present, tick means present, we say myelinated neuron, or another word is medulated. Okay, second word is what? Medulated neuron. Here you can say non-myelinated neuron, means because they are not having myelin sheath, not present. Okay, this cross means what? It is not there. Here myelin sheath is not there. So non-medulated neuron, or we can say non-myelinated neuron or non-medulated neuron. It's just because of the absence and the presence. This is a classification. Here you can see a myelin sheath which is secreted by what? Schwann cells. I told it now, like I just explained right now, like few minutes ago, that Schwann cells is secreting myelin sheath. So they are known as myelinated neuron or medulated neuron. But here in these neurons we don't have myelin sheath. So we are saying non-myelinated neuron or non-medulated neuron. That's it. So you can take a screenshot of this topic. Okay, now one special thing I will speak about this myelinated. Now this myelinated neuron will have a, means it will pass, or you can say it will pass signal 50 times, like 50 times in more speed. You can say in, means 50 times faster, okay, as compared to this, as compared to non-myelinated neuron. So when a neuron is having a myelin sheath, so because of this myelin sheath, this neuron will pass the impulse, or you can say the signal, very fast. Okay, we are saying 50 times faster than the non-myelinated neuron. Okay, so I will repeat the line. When myelin sheath is present, then the neuron will pass the signal 50 times faster than the non-myelinated neuron. This was an important concept which I wanted to say. Okay, the last point which I will speak about this diagram. Can you see the space present here? Those space between the two Schwann cells are known as node of Ranvier. Ranvier, sorry. The node of Ranvier. So nodes of Ranvier helps in, like, again it helps in, like, when, like, it will help in the fast, like to take the signal in fast mode, because here here you have a Schwann cell, then from here the impulse will come to node of Ranvier, and then further Schwann, again node of Ranvier, again Schwann. This is the node of Ranvier, which is only present in your myelinated neuron. It is only present in a myelinated neuron, because it like very fast, this means impulse can be like passed, like transmitted to the further neuron. So node of Ranvier is present over, like, present in myelinated neuron, or you can say mediated neuron. It's absent here. Okay, it's absent here and it is present here. This here it is present. Here we have two things, myelin sheath and node of Ranvier here, and but here both are absent. So here even this is absent, but here it is present. Okay, so this you can take a screenshot. Then we will move to the next part. Okay. So coming towards the last and topic, like last topic of our today's video. So the topic is covering, you can say coverings of neuron. Okay, coverings of neuron. So we have three coverings. We have endoneurium, we have second, we have perineurium, and lastly we have epineurium. So we have three coverings. Now what are this? And one more covering is there. I will speak about this also. Neurilemma. Okay, so this also I will speak about. So we have four coverings. So you can see this myelin sheath. So after myelin sheath there is a covering that is known as neurilemma. What it is known as? After myelin sheath we have a covering. Okay, means first we have axon, then we have Schwann cells, then we have myelin sheath, and then we have neurilemma. Okay, I will repeat the sequence once again. It's an axon, then Schwann cells, then myelin sheath, and then neurilemma. Neurilemma is the covering of this Schwann. Like after myelin sheath there is a neurilemma. So I spoke about it. So let's take this refill. So this refill we will speak about now. See now what I am speaking. See the things what I will speak. We are taking a refill. Okay, consider this refill as a neuron. Okay, this is a neuron, like you can see, or this as a neuron. So this is like, this neuron is like this refill. We are saying this is a neuron and this is a refill. Means same. This is a neuron. Okay, so I have taken a neuron. Then I am taking a pen. Okay, this is an empty pen which I have taken. So this is the empty pen and this is a neuron. So what I will do, I will cover the neuron with this empty pen. What I am doing, I have taken a neuron and I am covering the pen with a, like I am covering the neuron with a pen. Again I am taking a neuron. Again I am covering this with a pen. Okay, so there are two coverings which I have made. Okay, you can make many coverings. So these are again the coverings which I have made. Okay, so I have taken one neuron, covered it, again one neuron, covered it, again one neuron, covered it, again one neuron, covered it. So what I did, I took a neuron and I covered it. Okay. Okay, so what I did, I took a neuron. See, you can see the neuron and then I have covered it. So this covering, which is the pen, is known as endoneurium. What it is known as? Endoneurium. So the pen, we can say the pen body is known as endoneurium. Okay, so the pen body is known as endoneurium. Okay, I took many neurons with a covering known as endoneurium. I hope now you are getting the connection what I am speaking. I took many neurons. See, I have taken many neurons. Then I have covered it. The covering is known as endoneurium. And then further, like I have taken many coverings of neuron covered with a pen, that is the endoneurium. Okay. Then I am tying it with a red colored thread. Okay, so I am tying it with a red color thread. So this red color thread, okay, I am going on tying it with a red color thread. You can see here that I have tied it with a red color thread. So this red color thread is making a bundle of, it is making a bundle of what? It's making a bundle of, means neurons. It's making a bundle of neuron. We can say neuron like this one as a nerve fiber. What we can say, this one, okay, this one as a nerve fiber. So many nerve fibers are packed with this red color and like red color thread, and it is making a bundle. So this red thread is something. So this thread is perineurium. So this red color thread is what? It's a perineurium. Okay. So from here we came neuron, then body. So neuron, then covered by a body that is known as neuron is a refill. Then pen body is nothing, means endoneurium. Then red color thread means many nerve fibers. Okay, this is one nerve fiber coming together and making what? Like covered by a red thread, that is a perineurium. So this one bundle, okay, this one bundle is known as fascicule. Okay, one bundle. One bundle means singular, fascicule. Okay, now let's see further. So I have taken one fascicule, I have taken the second fascicule, then I have taken third fascicule, then I have taken fourth fascicule, means I have taken many fascicule. So we can't say fascicules, we have to say fasciculi. What we have to say, the plural version as fasciculi. Okay, this is the spelling, fasciculi. And again I am taking and tying with a blue colored thread. Many fascicule. So that many fascicule is fasciculi, and I am tying with a blue colored thread. See, I have tied it. So you can see fascicule, 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 fascicule. So many fascicule, like you can say the many fascicule making we say many fascicule as fasciculi plural, and it's covered with a blue color covering. So this blue color covering is known as blue